guys, and welcome back. Sorry for the gap in service there last week. I actually had my video all prepped and ready to go, and I had plans with someone later that evening, and instead of waiting for the time that we had discussed, they showed up like an hour early and ruined the one chance I had to make my video, so that's cool. Which sucks, because there was a ton of great stuff that came out last week. There was so many amazing titles that I wanted to talk to you guys about, like Saga, Birthright, East of West, oh my god, and then Mythic and Injection, two #1s that came out last week too, both of which I enjoyed. And then, oh my gosh, yeah, last week was just kind of an all-star week, and I'm sorry I missed it with you guys, but we do have some comics here this week, so let's just go ahead and get started then. So first up we have the end of the first arc of Wytches. This is issue 6 here, and oh my god, this first arc is absolutely crazy. Witches are nothing like you've grown up thinking. They're these crazy bestial things that if you become pledged, it's a really strange concept. It's very cool, very, very horror, which is what Scott Snyder does incredibly well. So if you think you know Witches, think again and check this out. Very cool. Then we have up number 12 here of Shudder, and this is actually the end of the act, as they call it here. So this is a really cool story. They actually have a really nice synopsis for you here, just to give you an idea. It says, you're holding the 12th issue. There's been a lot of stories so far, but the gist is Kate Christopher was raised to be the world's greatest explorer, and was, until she didn't want to be anymore. Shudder is what happens next. That is actually a really great description. There's a lot of crazy stuff. You have anthropomorphic animals, you have these dream worlds. It's a very strange, very cool story and world that they're building here, and the first act is done, so go check it out. And just starting out, we have issue 2 of Torah, written by Chip Zdarsky, one of the 2 titles he's writing right now. I believe, I could be wrong on that. He's writing Howard the Duck 2, which is fantastic. I love his writing. If you want something a little smart, but a little silly and absurd as well, he's a good guy to go for. This is a very strange world that they've created here, and Keith, the main character, he abandons his own world to go live in an alien one, and you get to learn more about that and more about him and the strangeness that it is. So it's a fun book, very, very quirky and odd, which I'm enjoying. Speaking of quirky, we have Lumberjanes, which I love. I was actually reading this at lunch today, and one of my coworkers came up and was like, "What is this little kids comic here?" No, this is Lumberjanes. Yes, technically I would let a kid read it. There's nothing in here that, there's a little minor violence here and there, and there's some funny things that'll go over their head. But it's a charming comic, it's very good, and it's just a fun book. And when you think nothing could go wrong when you're out on a summer camp, which is essentially Girl Scouts, everything goes wrong, which is great. Then we have up number 4 of Secret Identities. I'm really enjoying this story of these imperfect heroes, this superhero team that is at their base fairly flawed. This issue you get to learn a little bit more about a character called Vesuvius and Punchline, who's with him as well. So I'm really enjoying this as the story's starting to develop and you learn more about the characters that are involved. And I'm interested to see where this superhero take goes, because it's fairly promising thus far. Then we have, to end the week, because it wasn't a very big week, a few #1s here. The first one out from IDW, Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. As some of you may have gleaned from my YouTube name, Zaphod is a character in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, as written by Douglas Adams, who also wrote Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, which I am ashamed to admit I have never read. I need to fix this because I'm a horrible person. But this is a series about a holistic detective who believes everything's connected, therefore, you could, just drive in a car and it'll take you where you want to go, probably. It's an interesting idea. I like the Rob Gilroy subscription cover. There's a few other options as well there. I think this is a standalone new adventure story. It'll continue on in next month as well. I would like to go back and check out the novels as well to see a comparison. But the number one I really enjoyed this week is this one called Oh, Killstrike by Max Bemis and Logan Faber. This one is great because it deals with the 90s comics that are all so terrible. Many of which are so terrible. The idea is one of the worst 90s action muscles upon muscles hero actually comes to life from his comic book and seeking vengeance, and the very bewildered old comic fan who is fairly jaded. There's a lot of actual comic commentary on the industry and how it's changed and how, you know, some comics are garbage and what have you, and it talks about the British invasion and a lot of cool stuff. So there's a little comics history, and I imagine that'll continue on throughout the series, which I really enjoy. But this is a very fun one, and I think it's got humor, it's a good read, and the art is very fun. Then we have up one called Valhalla Mad by Joe Casey and Paul Mayberry here. This one is about a group of immortals, essentially Norse gods, that are coming to Earth after an adventure for pretty much a god-level bar crawl and everything that goes with it. It's interesting, probably not anything that I feel I need to keep picking up every month, but it's there and out if that sounds cool to you. So that's it for this week. I'm actually recording on my new birthday present, which is a snazzy camera, so I'm hoping this works because I haven't had a chance to play with this too much. But yeah, that's it for me this week, and sorry I missed you last week, and let me know what you're reading, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.